Right, once again we're back at the Boozer, back at the pub. Just a quick look-see or introduction to what's going on here in this idyllic setting, this bucolic wonderland. Alright, let's just say hello to my Ekums. I know it's taken a while and they are looking too close together. Contract cutters are just spraying them, but they're going to grow a bit wild. There's a bit of mint appeared down here as well. From nowhere. Wonderful. So this is the pub garden, the end of the pub garden. Most of the punters don't make it down here because they're usually too full of exceptionally good food. So there's cobs, elders, beautiful oaks there. Not sure if they were boundary trees. Possibly were. The elders and the cobs, the elders are being harvested now, cobs soon, and in there and amongst those there's blackberries, lots of blackberries. The orchard has not had a very good prune because there are different tips, spurs, there's pitted fruit, damsons, medlars, quints, there's all sorts of things that I'm not too sure about. I know the old bog standard apples, know how to prune that, no problem, but the old tip and spur bearing ones, I need a guidance, I need some guidance, so we'll get some of that at some point and we'll come back to that. Right, polytunnel, love it. Doors have been hung in a rudimentary fashion and I've got to hang them again and make them a bit more airtight for when the autumn comes, and it'll be a while yet, come on. So I had to dig a trench because the grass cutters went far too close and pulled out the lath on the bottom, unfortunately, so I had to address that in a, again, rudimentary way. Tomatoes waiting, entertainment, very important podcast, keep up with the world, argue with the world, play some cheesy pop music. Alright, so we've got chilies up here, there's hot wax, bird's eye, there's anise sop, that's for the aniseed licorice, and these were fantastic, really good buy. The rest of them I've all bought it on from seed. Goji berry, physalis, more chilies. Here's a selection of stuff. This is going to be the quick growing stuff for the chefs, so they'll just come down and scissor off what they need. This, however, there's a little bit more strange things going on. Heritage pea, very self-explanatory. This is that's charred bright lights. This is Chinese asparagus bean. Not sure about that, but the beans apparently the foot are so long. Here we've got rat-tailed radish. Oh, Chinese rat-tailed radish. It's coming along a treat. Right, this, I'm still trying to pronounce this. Crozinera. It's a root, big fat old root. Chefs can do something. Say it tastes a little bit like oysters. We'll wait and see. Dwarf beans, rouge. They're a French variety. We've got down here some angelica. A different angelica from what we've got in the garden. And here, there's some garnet tomatoes, some black tomatoes, purple crow's foot spinach. This stuff is bonkers. If it grows, it's a sort of a 6 to 8 foot plant. Here we've got cucamelons and Iron Age horse beans. So the Iron Age horse beans and some acacias as well. So Iron Age horse beans, no idea. Love the name. Cucamelons, I think, is that cucamelons? I can't read it, I haven't got my glasses in. Yes, cucamelons, looking forward to those. Just got to build frames for them. This is one of the chefs has come down and given me a hand, bless him. Didn't know really what he was doing, but he had a good time and I really enjoyed his company. Iron Age horse beans, come on, and Sam's cucamelons. So that needs a bit of a water. Pretty birds. and loads of tomatoes. Now I'm the sort of planter who gets a little bit excited and carried away, so I chucked them all in and didn't label them, as I thought my wonderful leaking sieve of a brain would remember, and it didn't. I didn't. I blame myself. Right, climbing courgettes. These are a new one to me. If I can remember what they're called, I can't. Just you have a look over there. Oh, come on, what are they called? Yes, of course, courgette shooting star. So these, they're already coming through down there, as you can see. Little cheeky monkey. And those, hopefully, will go up that way. So I've strung up the tomatoes. And I'll do the same for the courgettes. There's more phasalis here. These are koshas. Really nice. It's food of the Aztecs, apparently. Got a few little bits and bobs coming through, which are the Aztec plants here. Koshas. Oh, there were some West Indian gherkins over there as well. Talking about West Indian, there's a West Indian mint, Caribbean mint. There's some more chilies, and these are my little F1 little monkey cucumbers. Aren't they fantastic, these things? Oh, God, my brain is shot to bits. What the hell are they called? Rocky. Nice little ones. The chefs do some funny things with those, pickle them. They also slice them on the mandolin. And there's the timber that's waiting for me to use it to build more of the no-dig beds into the no-dig. And the no-dig beds are going out here, and hopefully I'll build some benches as well, so people can come down and really take advantage of this fabulous view. Alright, let's just go up the garden now, shall we? And we'll follow the more timber for various bits and bobs. I know it's not beautifully laid out and all tidy, but I know where it is. Okay, that's the fruit cage up there. There's blackberries, red currants, there's some marjoram outside. There's again more chard. I put some squash in here. There's a carrot mix and some toad beetroot as well. Interesting stuff, the toad beetroot. It's a heritage seed. Squash isn't doing a great deal. These are water. Alright, the chives have been picked by the chefs nicely, or Joe has done it. Picked from the back, it's going forward, so by the time he reaches here, it started growing again at the back. Good for him. Now just a real mix of radish, a colourful mix, and again some rainbow carrots, which aren't showing. I want to experiment, so I'm not watering here, either of these beds, and consequently it's slow. That's understating things. Very slow. Alright, my pumpkins are doing absolutely wonderfully. They've somewhat overwhelmed the Belotti beans that were meant by now to have climbed up above them, which they haven't. Black sunflowers. Oh, Sarah Raven. I think, are these Sarah Raven? Either that, or I do see she had some at a show garden at Chelsea. Now there's some bits, I just dug this out, and I'm just forking in a load of muck that Sam the farmer brought along for us the other day. Lovely big bucket load of muck, bless him. In there, wild strawberries, some broad beans, garlic in the back up there as well. Here, obviously, there's I've got some borage. It's a bit late. Got some bronze fennel, which again was a bit late, but it'll catch up. And Rebecca, very, very funky Rebecca. That's one of the bees and the bugs to come and have something to feast on. Talking of which, this is my bug bed. So birds, bugs and beasties Angelica. They've been doing some lovely things with the Angelica. The cranberry hasn't taken off as I had been hoped it would, but there's still time. There's obviously there's some Origins, some Persicoriums, some Cirsiums. There's also these sunflowers are absolutely storming, aren't they? Absolutely storming. Mixture of foxgloves there, and some teasel, bit of lemon balm. So there's, oh look at the birds and the bees. Look at the little buzzy bees. Oh, they are loving it, and just, I do hope they're enjoying that colour as well. Isn't that pretty flipping super duper? Right, and there's obviously some verbena. More Angelica. That's been a really, really good plant. We've had there's some Majuga down there, just a bit of ground cover. The peas come out here. One of the pea sticks started to sprout, so two of the pea sticks I left it in. Carrots have been an absolute treat. Those have been just a plentiful harvest. The globe artichokes are in the wrong place. Yes, I know. However, I just chucked them in there because I had nowhere else to put them, because I had no beds dug out, no bigger beds, and I haven't done anything with them yet. I'll let them see what they do, and then I'll move them next season. Blueberries, I'm so impatient. They have been very slow. I am impatient. This is a nice little thing. I know it's a bit scruffy, but there's some calendula in there. There's some lovely beetroot coming through in there. And these Rosa rugosa have started from very spindly little things. So they've got their confidence up and they're really making a go of it, bless them. And the chefs are going to turn them into, I think, syrup of sorts, and then work some alchemist's magic with them. Right. Now there's my hops. I have moved them about a bit, which is a bit naughty, but they weren't happy in pots because they were being baked, and they look a lot happier there, both of them. There's another one over in the trees, but I'll go and grab that at some point later and find a space for it. Yes, and so here we've got the sweet peas and the hops, and they're all going to intermingle and grow up and along this handrail, I'm hoping. Aha! Right, there's another no-dig bed. Pelosi beans, French dwarfs, more of the rocky cucumbers, some, I think that's purple sprouting if I remember rightly, just to keep the bugs off everything else. Nasturtiums have been wonderful. The chefs have gone nuts on those and made some remarkable food out of them. Pesto and, oh, gracious, what else have they done? Sauces, all sorts of wonderful stuff. These sunflowers are beastly, aren't they? Aha, come on you. Right, again, these beans are doing a lot better, a bit less competition. What have we got over here? Artichokes are doing much better than I had thought they would. There's some heritage carrots in there and some kohlrabi, taking a long time. Either that, I'm very impatient. Lovage has been fabulous this year. It really has just proved to be a delight. Now, there's some little leeks. The little leeks have been going on garden salads alongside the carrots. Well, the little leeks have been a thrill. Let me just pop up here. Have a look at these little beds. So we've got broad beans, and the broad beans are starting to set. Gooseberries have been a bit knocked about by the wind. I think they're because they're in their first season. However, these broad beans, look at that, look at that. That broad bean is looking mighty. So all this I've just brought on from seed as well. And there's some Guarnesis sop, which obviously I haven't brought on from seed, but this is growing nicely. Calendula with gooseberries and broad beans, and more cardoons. Again, they're sort of in the wrong place, but they're happy. Physalis here, and there's another Physalis in the middle. And I'll just take you up here. Where the peas were. There's a bed over there, and I pulled all the peas out because they'd gone over. The chefs have done what they needed to do with them. And here, hopefully, the nasturtiums have been wonderful again. Sweet peas hopefully start to flower and send the scent up onto the terrace for all the happy punters. And so, that was a very brief introduction, and we'll give you further updates as things occur. It's a nice place to work.